Saturday Night Live. He has a new show now called That's My Jam, and his name is Jimmy Fallon. Here he is.
Oh, hey there. You made it. Welcome to the Universal Studio Tour. I'm Jimmy Fallon. I'll be making sure you get through this experience in one piece. You've got the very best guide.
Aurora.
And the greatest driver.
Amanda.
They're the best. I love that. Even though
Aurora.
owes me $5.
I'm gonna keep it.
I know you guys are excited to get on the tour, but first, a few safety rules.
Okay, we already talked about camera safety, no selfie sticks, no bright lights. Food and drinks are welcome on board the tour. If you have refreshments with you, please enjoy them. Have a great snack. But smoking's not allowed, so please no smoking, no vaping, nothing like that. The most important rule of the tour is remain seated at all times. Things do get bumpy out there. We're going to rock and roll. We're going to have some sudden stops. So just stay seated and stay safe at all times. And finally, be aware of this red emergency cord above your head, because this is how you let us know if you need any kind of help. If you drop something down there on your side, if you need medical attention, or if you just can't wait to go to the restroom, you pull that red cord, we'll stop our tour, and we will help you out as fast as we can do that safely. So keep all that in mind, because we've left our theme park behind, and now we're entering our movie timeline. You're about to start seeing movie posters on either side of you, and these posters represent just a few of our favorite movies from more than 100 years of filming. Our founder was a guy named Carl Laemmle. Here he is. He's the guy with the bow tie on. Carl Laemmle came out here in 1912, and his big dream was to build an entire city dedicated just to making movies. He started small. He bought a little chicken ranch down in the valley. He had some cowboy friends so he could film them riding around, made some silent westerns. By March 15, 1915, Universal Studios had released over by March 15th we've released over 8,000 films. That's now. Now we've released over 8,000 films. And March 15th, 1915, we were very busy though, still getting started, but so busy that Carl Laemmle invited people in to come take a look at the movie studio. So even 100 years ago, you could come and get a tour of our studio. And now that we released more than 8,000 movies, we are truly a fully functioning city. This fire station here on the right, that is a real working fire station with real working firefighters. That's not a movie set. Our city also has a hospital, a bank, a post office. We have everything every other city would have except for permanent homes. No one lives here. And that makes us the busiest city in the world with no citizens. But we are always busy making movies, making TV shows, and giving tours 365 days a year, rain or shine. So there's always something going on. Right now we have a couple commercials filming on our lot. The Netflix series Never Have I Ever is hard at work filming their 4th season. So like I said, there's stuff going on. There's going to be things to see. Production work on our lot is done here in the front part of our property inside sound stages like stage 12 over here on the left. And these are just big buildings with thick walls that give our filmmakers a closed environment to work in. Stage 12 has been the home to some of Hollywood's most iconic locations, places like Frankenstein's Lab, Dracula's Castle, Scarface's Mansion, the Visitor Center from Jurassic Park. We built all these sets inside the same building, but not at the same time. Here's what a soundstage looks like when there's nothing going on inside. It's a big empty concrete box. Really, you can think of these sound stages as just being like big three-dimensional blank canvases for our filmmakers. And we have 28 sound stages on our lot, but that number does shift and change, especially the last couple of years. We've been doing a lot of expansion, a lot of development. We've been building new sound stages in other parts of our property. We've been moving things around, and we've been working on expanding our theme park. All the construction here on the right, this is where we plan to put Super Nintendo World, and that's set to open early 2023, so it's a few months away. If you want more information, you can always check online, and you can follow our social media accounts, especially Instagram. If you follow Universal Studios Hollywood on Instagram, they'll post all the updates about Super Nintendo World as they become official. And in the meantime, we've got a lot of TV filming around here. We've got the Kelly Clarkson show. She's, she kind of runs all over the place too, because she likes to do fun segments all over our property. But she mostly films at the very front of our front lot in soundstage number 1. Kelly Clarkson, of course, just finished doing American Song Contest. She was on a couple seasons of The Voice. They're working on a new season of The Voice right now. They're getting ready for their new season to start up. Kelly Clarkson's not going to be in this coming one. but I bet she will again in the future. You know, she has before, she will again. She likes those folks, they like her. We've also got lots of sitcoms filming on our property. Soundstage 21 is the home of the HBO series Hacks with Gene Smart and Hannah Humbender. Stage 21 is where we filmed the most recent season of Saved by the Bell for the Peacock Network. And before that, Stage 21 was the home of Superstore.
I know it's hot in here, but let's have some patience for one another.
Yeah, you know, the heat makes us all act. If your face stays where it is, it's gonna get punched.
Yeah, see, it looks like they're in a store, but they're not. They're in Soundstage 21. We built the whole thing inside there. Stage 21 was also used to film some big movies like Apollo 13 and Jurassic Park, and those movies were back in the 90s, so it's been a little while. But we still get big movies filming on our lot, like Us with Lupita Nyong'o, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood with Brad Pitt. There's a couple other big movies that have been filming here lately that I'm actually not allowed to talk about because they're still top secret. But most of the production we see day to day is for television, and all the sound stages coming up here on the right were built specifically for TV production. Sometimes we call this area Sitcom Alley because of all the great TV comedies that have been made here over the years. Shows like The Jeffersons, Coach, Sabrina the Teenage Witch, Martin with Martin Lawrence. A little more recently, we've had shows like Angie Tribeca with Rashida Jones, The Mindy Project with Mindy Kaling, The Good Place with Kristen Bell. Currently, we've got Rutherford Falls with Ed Helms, and I already mentioned to you that Never Have I Ever has been working on their 4th season. That's why I'm kind of keeping my head on a swivel right now, looking around for red lights or production folks, but it looks like we are pretty safe to keep the sound on as we pass through here. All those titles I just listed for you, those are all just sitcoms. We also get drama here though. Let's see, Bel Air films here. A couple years back we had Parenthood with Craig T. Nelson. We get mystery, sci-fi, drama, talk shows, game shows, reality shows, big movies. There's a lot going on here. And sometimes that can result in a little bit of traffic. All these vehicles trying to get where they're going. The people who decide to go into the sound stages work in these bungalows here on the left, these little brown buildings, they look like cute little houses, are actually offices. And these offices are used by writers, producers, and directors. So these people are the folks who think up all the movies and TV shows in the first place. They figure out how to get the story from the page to the screen. They do all the planning and arranging and organizing you need to do before you can even bring the cameras out, and that is so much work, and that's why we've got some big names working over here. Jennifer Lopez kept her office right there the whole time she was on World of Dance. Jordan Peele has an office here for his Monkey Paw production company. Ron Howard keeps an office in this area. So does Elizabeth Banks. Elizabeth Banks directed Pitch Perfect 2 and 3. She's also a producer and an actress. So if you like the Hunger Games, you would know Elizabeth Banks as Effie Trinket. And all of these bungalows have a lot of history to them. They go back to our studio contractors. One of the most historic bungalows on our property is number 5195. It's coming up with this distinctive silhouette next to the door. That used to be Alfred Hitchcock's office back in the 1960s and 70s. Now, if you don't know who Alfred Hitchcock was, you can ask your parents. If they don't know, you can ask your grandparents, and they'll know for sure, because he was a big deal, but it was a while ago, you know? Ooh, we do have a red light.